Theatrical Shenanigans with
Pamela Morgan.
Hello there, and welcome to another episode in this fifth season of Theatrical Shenanigans, and I hope you're all well. I can hardly believe I'm saying this, but we are nearing the end of another season, but we still have 3 more plays for you to enjoy and 3 more guests for me to chat to. Speaking of which, my guest today is an emerging playwright and author from the Midwest, whose work often explores themes of gender, social justice, and feminism. Her plays have reached audiences across the United States, the United Kingdom, Australia, and India. She's a recipient of multiple awards and has been published in numerous anthologies and magazines. And if all that wasn't enough, she's a member of the Dramatists Guild, holds a bachelor's in elementary and special education, as well as a Master of Fine Arts in creative writing. So a very busy lady. She first joined Theatrical Shenanigans back in November 2024 as a guest on the panel Present, so it's a thrill to have her back. Welcome, Pamela Morgan.
Thank you. It's nice to be here again.
It's an absolute thrill to have you here. So, as always, we start at the beginning. What got you started in the arts world?
Well, I go way back to my childhood. My parents were in community theater, and they were always minor roles or doing sets and tech, and they would just bring us along, and me and my siblings would hang out backstage or hang out with the actors. As early as like 5, 6 years old, my first show I was cast in was Annie as one of the orphans. And I love theater. I love everything about it. And it wasn't until from acting, I moved into tech, and I did tech all through high school, even into college. I would do roles now and again, but mostly like tech, and then into directing. And it wasn't until I was about 20 years old that I started writing, and I've never stopped theater.
And you describe yourself as an emerging playwright, but your list of achievements is literally as long as my arm. What made you decide that writing and specifically playwriting was something you wanted to focus on?
Well, I have always wanted to be a writer since sixth grade. I knew I wanted to be a writer. I thought I wanted to write novels. And it was around, I was about 20 years old, and I had a group of friends, all of whom were actors. And, they liked to do plays and liked to do different, theater companies. And I don't know, I just had this idea to write a play for them. It was called A Fairy's Tale. It was just a lot of fun. And it was like a whole story, like a novel, but at a much shorter level that I could put my head around. And really, for me, it's the revising of the things. When I think about revising a novel, it's just too much work, And so I stuck with playwriting after that, and just kept writing plays.
You have a fabulous collection of plays on Uplay Exchange, which anyone who's out there who's on Uplay Exchange should definitely read. Are there any particular topics you like to write about or genres you like to write in, or is it just anything and everything?
I try to write a little bit of anything and everything. I think all of us starting out, emerging playwrights, whatever you want to call us. I think like most of us, I would love to have a play that fits every call, every submission call, right? So I think for a while, especially like about 2, 3 years ago, I would just challenge myself to like, I'm going to write a comedy. I'm going to write a thing about Christmas. I'm going to write just trying to like kind of fill my portfolio so that when these calls come, I'm like, oh, I have something that fits that, and I'm not just sending them garbage that doesn't fit, and kind of wasting their inbox. But I think as I did my MFA program for playwriting, and I think through that it really helped me kind of discover what I want to be writing, and that is about gender identity, feminism. I really feel strongly about social justice issues. And so I think, in the past 2, 3 years, my work has sort of shifted to kind of focus in that arena.
But then, in addition to playwriting, you also write children's books. What made you
I
decide
do.
that was an avenue you wanted to go down?
So that was also accidental. And it really kind of, gosh, okay. So my oldest child is non-binary, and they are now almost 18 years old. They first started identifying as not a girl when they were 3, 4 years old. And a lot of my nieces and nephews did not understand what was going on. They didn't understand how can their cousin now be male, right? So I wrote this story about a kid who uses their doll to kind of test the waters of their family and their gender identity. And the story was not about a trans kid. It wasn't about a non-binary kid. It was literally just about a kid who was just exploring their gender through their doll, right? And I read it to my nieces and nephews, and they got it, like, because they were all 8, 7, 6 years old, 10 years old. Kids that age get it a lot better than adults do. And then I put the story away, and I never touched it again. And then fast forward to 7 years. A couple years ago, my kid comes to me and says, I think I'm non-binary. I don't think I'm male. I think I'm non-binary. And I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I wrote this story and the story never used pronouns, right? And I pull out the story and I read it to them and they say, you need to get that published, which is a lot easier said than done, right?
Yeah.
And so I went to these, they used to have these pitches on Twitter, the place formerly known as Twitter. And you'd do a little blurb about your story, and then if editors or agents liked it, they would heart it and you could submit it to them. And I got 2 editor likes, and I submitted it to the editor, and they bought the manuscript. And then that's when I was like, maybe I could continue writing children's books because it's a lot more fun than a novel. And you get the published book, right? Which is like the goal. Except the problem is I don't have an agent. And it's a lot harder than it is. Like it's really hard to write a complete story for a child in like 500 words or less. And honestly, like it was just kind of, the right time, right place for that first book. And so now I'm deep in the query trenches trying to find, an agent, and kind of focusing on that part of my craft for the past year or so. It's a way of challenging yourself as a writer. I don't want to compare it to a 1-minute play, but it's probably close to a 1-minute play in that you have to tell this complete story. And you also can't talk down to your audience because they're children and they know your bullshit. And you can't teach a lesson, but you also have to teach a lesson, right? And it's like, it's a very complex way to write.
And last but not least, what is your standout moment? A moment that has you thinking, yes, this is why I do what I do.
I mean, honestly, it was the first production of my play, which was a fairy tale, and watching it, come to life on stage, and the reception by the audience, which, I wrote it, as I said, when I was in my early 20, I think I was 20, and it was not produced until I was 34, I think. And that was really like, that feeling when you're sitting in the audience and you're watching everybody watch your play and laugh and get it. And I don't know, there's just that feeling of like you're just connected with all of these people. And that's what I love about it, is just creating this experience for actors, for the audience, for everybody involved in a production. And that's what keeps me going.
So now we move on to talk about our playwright and play for this episode. Born and raised in Hawaii, MK Wessel holds an MA in Theatre Directing from the University of East Anglia. Their writing has been featured in the Open Journal of Arts and Letters, Writers' Playground, the Raven Review, and the Interact play reading series at the Lyric Rep. The play we're going to hear today is called Not Your Usual Princess, and when talking about it, the playwright says, I first wrote this piece during the height of the plague times, aka 2020, when I was locked up in my tower, aka my bedroom. And I thought, I finally know how those princesses feel. They might be bored, yes, but also overwhelmingly relieved they don't have to put up with any more people. No need for a rescue, I'll stay inside, thank you very much. And from that train of thought, Not Your Usual Princess was born. Theatrical Shenanigans presents Not Your Usual Princess by MK Wessel.
I'm telling you, a nice moat would keep out all those wandering knights on quests.
Do you know how long that'd take? We might have time on our hands, but we sure don't have the required skill set.
Well, it can't be that hard. Dig trench around tower, fill trench with water, just add crocodiles.
I think you might be slightly overestimating our ability to acquire crocodiles.
We have to do something to stop those knights. They're like an endless parade of lemmings.
The dragon scares most of them off.
Don't jinx it.
Princess, I've come to rescue you.
Oh, look. A lemming.
I will slay the horrible dragon that keeps you captive here.
Will you? Why?
Well, I couldn't stay away when I heard there was a beautiful princess trapped in a tower.
Who? Me?
You are the princess, are you not?
What gave it away?
Then it would be my honor to rescue you and bring you home to be my wife.
Wait, so you only came to rescue me because you heard I was a beautiful princess?
Correct.
And you knew nothing else about me?
That was enough.
Okay, look, you didn't swear an oath or anything, did you?
Of course I did. I swore to love and protect you always.
Oh, God. Well, tell you what, why don't you head on back and tell everyone that, oops, too late, the dragon ate me and no one's living here anymore.
I won't let that dragon harm you. I swear.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not swear ourselves into an even deeper hole, okay? No more oaths for you.
I don't understand.
They never do.
Do you not want to leave this horrible place?
Hey, we've worked hard on these gardens.
Ah, you see, I would consider it, but I can't leave my maid alone.
She may come with us.
Oh, well, what do you think, maid? Do you want to leave this castle?
Let me think. No, not really.
Ah, you see, and I can't be without my maid.
She must do as you command.
Must I?
Yes. How true. But, I've just got so much embroidery to finish. Work. You know how it is. It's gonna take me ages.
You may pack all the embroidery you wish, my princess. I brought an extra horse.
Really? Where?
I parked them both outside.
What, in the driveway?
I didn't see a sign, but perhaps we should hurry, princess. I wouldn't want to get a ticket.
Oh, maybe you should repark and come back another day.
Yes, and take your time. I quite like it here anyway.
You like it? But what about the dragon?
Oh, right, the dragon. What about the dragon?
The dragon is not so bad. As long as we stay within the castle grounds.
But don't you desire your freedom?
Yes. Don't we desire our freedom, my lady?
Yes, of course we do. However, there is no beat in the dragon. All who have tried have died gruesome deaths.
A knight never backs down from a challenge. Show me this dragon.
Oh dear, such timing. It's, sleeping far away right now. So you won't be able to fight it right at this moment, anytime soon, ever.
Sleeping just as well. We shall sneak out before it wakes.
No, that would be too cowardly for a knight.
Yes. I couldn't abide that.
How right you are. I wouldn't dream of it.
No, you just suggested.
My lady, your maid is rather insolent.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'll allow it.
You'll allow it?
You aren't going to discipline her.
Of course I will.
Will you?
Yes, I will. As is my responsibility as your lady.
My princess, allow me to discipline her. You shouldn't sully yourself.
No, that won't be necessary. I'm quite capable.
I wouldn't suggest otherwise. However, since I'm here...
Dare you question my lady's capabilities?
No, I wouldn't dare to...
I'm very offended. Cease this line of questioning at once. I command you.
Yes, my lady. I meant no disrespect, my princess.
I'll consider your apology.
Thank you, gracious lady. Won't you be disciplining her now.
Yes. Well, not today, of course. It's far too cloudy.
Yes, far too cloudy for discipline, as the royal saying goes.
Precisely. And far too cloudy for a rescue. I'm afraid you'll have to leave at once.
No, please. No, please. I swore an oath.
Come on, bro. Stop it with the oaths.
They are a bit old hat.
Did you call me bro?
No.
Am I your brother?
My what? Are you crazy?
Yes, brother. Long lost brother.
What? My brother. Of course. That makes sense.
But if you're a princess and I'm your brother...
Yes, you are her brother. Therefore, I really don't think the oath applies. No marriages here.
Oh, yeah. What a shame. No marriage here. Sorry.
Then I am a prince.
Right. Because if you're my brother, which you are, that would make you a prince. Yeah.
Which means our parents gave me up. Why?
You're a bastard.
I'm a bastard.
Yes. Sorry. You're a bastard. That's the only possible explanation. Agatha.
Sorry, I couldn't keep the truth hidden any longer.
Evidently not. But I'm afraid that means I'm not the princess you're looking to marry.
So the mother and father who raised me, they're not my real parents.
Oh, God.
Nope. Sorry, they're just peasants.
They're the Lord and Lady of Castlebrook.
Well, peasants compared to royalty.
I suppose. Then who are our parents?
Why don't you tell him, Agatha? You're a wealth of information today.
Your father is the king.
The king?
Yes. It's as we say.
The king of...
The king of?
Where is he the king of?
Oh, you know, the king of...
Argolstub.
Argolstub.
Argolstub?
Yes, it's in Iceland.
Iceland?
Iceland?
Have you not heard of it, sir? A tiny but powerful, well-respected nation, very, very far away.
Why would our father banish us so far from home?
Well, I displeased him, obviously.
How?
I didn't like his shoes.
Shoes? Shoes are an important part of Argolstubian culture. Everyone knows this. And you were banished because you're a bastard.
Who was my mother?
Your mother. Your mother was a kitchen wench working in the royal Argolstubian kitchens. Or so I'm told.
A servant? How despicable.
Not that despicable.
Nothing wrong with being a servant.
Some of the coolest people I know are servants.
Thank you.
What? Oh, right. Because you're my... So, yeah, dude, get off that high horse.
Have I misspoke?
Not misspoke. I mean, you meant it, didn't you? Bit ungrateful.
You speak with such passion. I never met a noble woman so sympathetic to the lower class.
Lower, is it?
I believe that is the term.
Well, I may be a princess, but I also consider myself low.
A princess of the people, if you will.
I'm sure you are, sister, but I must insist we escape now.
What? We're not getting married. There's no reason to rescue me.
On the contrary, you are my kin. I'm bound by blood to protect you and bring you safely home. To our father.
Oh, so this is a family matter now, is it? Agatha?
Right. Well, you called him bro.
It's an expression. I call everyone bro. I call you bro.
Yes. Well, sir, I think your father would prefer for the princess to stay here,
Why?
so that a real suitor can earn her heart by rescuing her.
Screw our father. What kind of man would lock his daughter in a tower with a dragon? I'm getting you out of here. Mark my words.
No, you can't, because it would make the dragon so angry. Rawr!
I will slay this dragon.
No, you can't, because it's a really big dragon.
And if we step out of the castle grounds, he will rain down fire that will kill us all before you even get a good look at him.
But-
you wouldn't want to put your sister's life in danger, would you?
No. No, you're right. I couldn't risk your life that way. I'll slay the dragon, then retrieve you afterward.
Unfortunately, the dragon is magic, and, as such, has magically rigged the entire castle to explode upon his death.
This is really standard dragon stuff. I'm surprised they didn't cover this in night school.
I thought I'd prepared sufficiently. Well, I can't leave you here. You're my sister.
Half sister. We're not even close.
I can think of no other course of action but to remain with you until we come up with a plan.
Oh, I really don't think...
Why not? It's the only recourse we have. Can you think of any reason why I shouldn't stay?
Well, I can't think of a reason. Can you, Agatha?
No,
It's decided. I presume you have a guest room.
we do.
Of course, brother. Right this way.
Wait,
Yes?
we don't have a guest room. That was a lie. We're just so embarrassed by our tiny castle.
Right. But that's the only lie we've told.
Strange thing to add.
So maybe, and I'm sorry to suggest it, but maybe you could sleep outside? It's just there's no extra room in the castle at all.
Such a shame.
I can sleep on the floor.
No, can't do it. The floor is
Dusty.
so dusty.
I am not a good maid.
She's terrible.
A little dust won't bother me.
It's not a little. It's a lot.
It'll choke you on the spot.
We are honest, are we not?
Better get a kitchen pot.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, we've been alone here for a long time.
Coming up on 3 years.
I am delighted to keep you company at long last.
About that. The dragon might not like it if he sees a stranger. So you'd best set up camp a few miles off. You understand.
I can't, in good conscience, leave my sister at the mercy of a wild beast.
The thing is, he will burn us to a crisp if he sees you, so let's be off.
No,
No?
I will stand up to this dragon.
Weren't you listening?
I have a plan. I shall return to the royal city, one I once believed to be my home. And I shall spread the word to all fighting men of this terrible dragon. I will then return with an army, and we shall free you.
On second thought, you could hide in our cellar.
There's no time for...
Just over here is the door. In you go.
Perhaps there's a better... Ah!
And you're in. And you're locked in safe.
Pardon me, miss. I think it really would be best if...
Sir, you must be quiet. The dragon is coming.
Oh, yes, of course.
I can't believe you told him he's my bastard brother from Iceland.
Oh, because you were handling it so well on your own.
At least I didn't make up a kingdom. What was it? Agrabah?
No, it was Argyle something.
I don't remember.
It was a stressful conversation. I couldn't think of anything.
But you could think of Aragog?
A gorilla?
Arshuba?
Argshu?
Arlington?
Are you discussing the Argylstub Kingdom?
Yes, that's the one. That's the one.
Be quiet, sir. The dragon!
Sorry.
What are we to do, Agatha? We can't keep him locked up forever. And if we let him go, we'll gather the troops. Lord knows. These knights don't give up a quest once they've set their hearts on one.
A quest. We can send him on a quest to his lost kingdom. It'll take him ages to reach Iceland, and he'll never find Argolstub. It's perfect.
All right, worth a shot. Hey, sir! Brother! The dragon's gone. You can come out.
Oh, good. It's getting hard to breathe.
Oh, dear. So sorry about that. Hop on out.
Thank you, sister. I found all this gold.
No! Put that back! That belongs to... the dragon! Don't touch anything!
He gets very angry if you touch his gold.
Oh, my, of course. Apologies.
So, sir...
Ah. Father never told you my name.
I sort of found out about you through a friend of a friend. Not by name, but by description. Which is why I recognised you so easily. Even under all that armour.
But maybe he did speak of you, since we don't know your name. What was it again?
Sir Randall of Castlebrook.
Oh, Sir Randall!
Sir Randall? Oh, yes. That does make sense.
He spoke of me?
Incessantly.
What did he say?
He said, What did he say exactly?
He said he was very proud of Sir Randall, and that he wished he could tell Sir Randall how proud he was.
Right. But since you weren't living in
Argolstub.
Argolstub, we didn't know who this Randall was. But now it all makes sense.
He's proud of me. My father. The king.
Very proud.
I've been a fool, blaming him when I knew nothing about him.
Well, you know how family can be. Tell you what, though. You should go to our schlub to see our father. And he can tell you how to beat the dragon.
Really?
Oh yes. It's King Knight Man is the only person in the world who knows how to defeat this particular dragon. So you should go find him. In Iceland.
King Nightman.
It's the only way.
Also, the Argolstub Kingdom is super difficult to find because it's hidden by magic.
A magical kingdom.
That's right, bud. So don't give up too easy.
And, brother, I'm going to need you to swear you won't return until you find Argshel, our father. All right?
I swear to you, on my honor, my courage, my biceps,
That'll do. And, big bro, you don't need that second horse, do you?
I suppose not.
We'll just keep it here then. Lighten the load for your journey. In fact, anything extra you should offload with us? Gold, valuables,
Supplies, food,
blankets, medicine,
priceless heirlooms.
national insurance number. You know, stuff like that.
That's a fair point. I've some extra food and coin. I'll leave it with the horse. And my father, well, Lord Castlebrook, gave me this amulet for luck. It's been in the family for generations. Insanely valuable, but I suppose he's not my father, so it's rather worthless to me.
I'll just take that off your hands then, shall I?
Thanks, bro. It's been so good catching up. But, chop chop. No time to waste, eh?
You're right. Time is of the essence.
Bye, Randall.
Goodbye, fair maidens.
Bye-bye.
Take care of Biscuit for me.
What?
The horse, he likes hay.
Yeah, he's a horse.
And that's all the time we have. See you never.
Farewell.
Oh, do they keep finding us? Are there signposts up?
There must be a well-beaten track by now. Why does everyone think you're the princess?
Because you always wear trousers. And you've got resting peasant face.
I still think we should build a moat.
I dunno, bro. Where do we find crocodiles?
Don't throw that word around, you might confuse the lads.
He was unbelievably stupid. We are not good liars.
We've fooled them all so far.
Don't jinx it.
Oh, princess, I'm coming to rescue you.
Oh, God. Can't you be the princess for once? I'm no good at this royalty stuff.
Oh, fine. How do I look?
Like a true damsel.
Bring it on, Lemming.
Well, that was a lie that got very much out of hand. That was Perdita Lawson as Princess, Rebecca Cockcroft as Maid, and Andy Duncan as the Knights in Not Your Usual Princess by M.K. Wessel. Pamela, what did you think?
Oh, I thought that was just so adorable. I really did. It was giving me very much Monty Python vibes, right? Like
Yeah.
that silly back and forth, that kind of ridiculous bickering between the maid and the princess. Yeah, it was very, very much Monty Python to me.
I just love the concept of knights and princesses and the knight rescuing the princess from the dragon is something we've all had read to us from a very young age, and never at any point when the knight says, "I'm going to slay a dragon," does the princess go, "Why?"
Why?
And I just kept sat there when I first read it, and she says, "Why?" And I go, "Yeah, why?"
Why?
The dragon
Yeah.
ever do to you?
I like that it's what you would call a twisted fairy tale, but it's not twisting any fairy tale, which I liked. You know,
Yeah.
because at first I wasn't sure, all right, what fairy tale am I trying to, what is this a twist of? And
Yeah.
it's not a twist of anything, which I like that from the start. You're not trying to do the work of figuring out who is this princess really supposed to be. Fairy tales are so toxic. For women especially, for men too. I mean, but no, more for women, I think. They set up that expectation of like, you need to be rescued, you can't be independent. And then as soon as someone does rescue you, you need to love him, even though you don't know him.
Yeah.
Which I think they address right in the beginning when she's like, so you just heard there was a beautiful princess and just came? You don't even know me.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about me.
I just love the fact that this whole thing, the whole backwards and forwards about, him being a prince and being adopted and from Iceland, and this all originated simply because the princess said bro. We go from one word on page 8 to an entire lengthy story.
I mean, we've invented a whole kingdom.
Yeah,
Literally. Right? In Iceland. Yeah. That was that, and that it was hilarious.
But I love the fact that it's not necessarily about their world beyond this moment. It's two people having to frantically dig themselves out of an ever-increasing hole that they appear to be creating.
They dug for themselves.
Yeah. All they wanted was to get rid of this guy. And what made me think by the end of this was, obviously she says, we've had so many princes coming here and all this has happened. If they've had so many princes, have they had to do this every single time? Have they continuously had to make up stories to get rid of them? If so, these two ladies should write plays.
Right. Yeah. Well, and the lemmings, right? Because they say that the lemmings keep on coming.
Yeah.
That's a good point, that they just have to repeat this over and over again. And all they want is the money. All they want is their gold and their money and the treasure and to be left alone.
Yeah. But I love the subtext of that, though, because the use of the word lemming, because obviously the lemmings just like kind of do as they're told until they jump off the cliff. And if you think about it, obviously we're told fairy stories from a very young age. We are told, the princess is trapped in a tower, the knight comes, rescues her, and they live happily ever after, the end. And we never question it as young kids. So it's kind of like that. It's, we're doing this because it's what we've been told that it's the way it has to be.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
for the the princess and her maid are the first people to go, nah.
Now, I don't know if the author intended, and maybe it is just that I queer code everything, but I think the princess and maid are together. So that's how I read the story, that these two, you know,
Yeah,
maybe queer platonic, maybe two women together. They've been, and especially when they're like 3 years, hasn't it been,
yeah.
and it was just this really great moment of like these two women bonded together and they just want the men to get the fuck out of there.
They want to be left alone with their gold and their dragon.
Yes.
And I think as well, if you look at society, the way society is today in regards to gender roles, that women don't want to be rescued anymore. We
Yeah.
we do want to be able to say, we did this on our own, rather than, some man swept in and did it all for us. And
Yeah.
in that prospect, I think it works incredibly well as a twist on a fairy tale, but also a commentary on the society we live in as well.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree.
Plus, I say I love the fact that it's got wonderful moments of just you just can't help but laugh. It's when they're talking about building a moat at the end, and she goes, it's very simple: dig a hole, fill it with water, add crocodiles, and it's just like, yeah,
I don't think you're overestimating our ability to acquire crocodiles, right? That was good. That's a good way to start it too.
I want to
It's
know where they were going to
so
find those crocodiles as well.
lame.
Amazon Prime delivery of 6 crocodiles. It does give you that wonderful light feeling of joy as you read it, thinking, this is madness. This is a lie that's gotten ludicrously out of control.
Yes. And then they just keep digging deeper.
Yeah.
And you're with them though. The playwright does a great job of like, I bought into it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, even though it was so silly and ridiculous, you bought into this lie and this, without even needing to know why,
Yep.
right? I never know why. It's never answered. Why are these two women so bound and determined to keep all the nights out and to keep themselves in? We never know that,
Nope.
right? We never know their motivation. That's up to people to interpret, and I think that's cool, but I buy into it, right? Like from the beginning, I'm like, all right, I'm with you, sister. Let's go. Let's keep them out. Let's do it. And I mean, it gets ridiculous. Yeah,
And they say the more ridiculous it gets, or the closer they get to getting you out the door, the more you lean into it, going, go on, go on. Give him another ludicrous point in a situation, or
yeah,
don't get penned into a certain question. And it's a wonderful example of how much dialogue can give, because it's a story in a story,
yeah,
and it's done brilliantly well.
yeah. And with an entire new culture for a
Mm.
new kingdom,
Yep.
a magical kingdom in Iceland,
Yep.
where shoes are a very important part of their culture.
Yep. Okay, we are sadly almost out of time. Pamela, your final thoughts on the piece as a whole?
Oh, I just think it's delightful. I think this is, a really great comedy. A lot of fun for actors to be a part of. I think would make a great addition to many festivals. So I'm glad you shared it with all of us.
You're very welcome. Okay, we are at the end, unfortunately. Pamela, thank you so much for being here and discussing this wonderful play with me. It's been an absolute joy.
Yeah, thank you.
And that is all the time we have for on this 8th episode of Theatrical Shenanigans. I hope you've enjoyed the play you heard today, as well as my chat with Pamela. If you have enjoyed this episode or any other, don't forget to give us a like, follow or review on Facebook, or maybe give us a rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. We will of course be back in 2 weeks with our penultimate episode of this series, but in the meantime though, I've been Rachel Feeney-Williams, this is Theatrical Shenanigans, bringing down the curtain and saying, I hope you can join us next time. Theatrical Shenanigans is part of an RFW Scripts production, found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts and Podbean. Theme music is written and produced by Chris Cody.